Hi, my name is Boris, and today for my assignment, I'm going to be demonstrating the bench press. Now, the type of bench press that we're going to do today is going to be the dumbbell bench press. Now, the reason why I chose this one is A, for starters, the person that's going to attempt to do the bench press can't lift the barbell, um, the Olympic barbell. It's too heavy for him. So, but not only that, it's always when someone's starting out, it's always better to use the dumbbells, just because you have a better, more of a natural movement of the shoulder. So as you're going down, your wrists could adjust to the way that your shoulders are, even though you're trying to control it. You're not stuck in that one position when you're holding a barbell, right? So yeah, so we're gonna choose the the bench press. Now, the major muscles that are going to be activated here is the pectoralis major, the anterior deltoid, which basically you can't really work out your chest bench press without working on your anterior deltoids, and the and your gonna brain cramp here, and your triceps, right? So this part of the body here, the part of the arm, your triceps. So those are the three major muscles that are worked on when you're doing the bench press. Then you get all the little ones, especially around your shoulder area, but those are the three major ones. Now, how is this used in everyday life? Well, just as simple as reaching up to grab something on the top cupboard. If you're playing sports, especially if it's hockey, football, a lot of pushing, you use it for that. Then they could be getting out of bed if you're on your stomach. You want to roll over, you use your arms to roll over. There's various aspects to what those muscles you use in everyday life. But those would be the kind of the main ones where to reach for certain things, right? To use your arms, levitate, all stuff like that. So yeah, so that's a start. So we'll get started with the dumbbell bench press. Okay, so first we have, these are 5-pounders. Usually what we're gonna do is that we're gonna set them down in front of you. And then you bend down and grab each one, and you're gonna set them on your leg, right? Grab each one, and then you're gonna hook your feet to stabilize yourself underneath this little area here, and then you just lean back. Okay, and then when you have them here, you don't want your hands or the dumbbells to be too far this way towards your head. We're not lifting like this. Not too far down either. Okay, you want to make sure your elbow is at 90 degrees. So not way down here and not way up top. You want a full range to 90 degrees, both. So basically you're coming down close to your pectoral area. So not to your neck, not your head, and not your tummy. So more towards your chest. And from there you're gonna go straight up, touch them together, and down. Try to have both arms exactly the same. Up and then down 90 degrees. Now it's important that you remember to breathe. So when you're going up, breathe in, and then down, breathe out. So for you, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna count. So we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, touch, hold for 1 second, 3, 2, 1, down, and then hold for 1 second. 3, 2, 1, up, 3, 2, 1, down. And then you're just gonna continue doing the motion, 90 degrees. Make sure your elbows are level to each other. So you don't want them in and going up, and you don't want them too flared up. So almost like a perfect T, and then go up and down. Okay? Okay, so here we are with my client / son. Okay, so remember, we are going to grab the dumbbells, one each, one by one. Okay, put them on your, good. And lean back slowly. Very good. And we're going to try to get into position. Okay, good. And then we can start with, let's do a few so I can see your form. Good. 1, 2. Don't forget to breathe. Remember, it's important to breathe, okay? Can you breathe, bud?
Yeah.
Okay, can I see you breathing? Karis, please.
Breathe into my nose.
No, you need to breathe through your mouth, bud. There you go. Slowly, remember, too quick. You're going too quick. 2, 1 up. No, too quick. A little slower. 3, 2, 1, stop. 3, 2, 1, up. Right? Again. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now this arm here, your right arm is a little too close to your ribs. Try to keep them a little more out. Can you try again? And I'll guide you. Good. So this a little more out. There you go. Okay. And relax. Okay, go up. Easy up. Okay, so you kind of got the idea. How's that weight for you?
Good.
Yeah, is it super light?
Yeah.
Or right there we did about 8. How did you feel?
Good.
Good? Okay. So now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna let you rest for a little bit. As I talk, we're gonna do the same thing. I wanna check, but this time we're gonna do 8, okay? Then once you've done the 8, I wanna go and grab you some 10s.
Okay.
We'll try to go to 10 with the 5s, actually. Okay? And then I'll grab the 10s, and we're gonna increase your weight of what you're lifting to see if we can get you to, we want you to try struggling when you get to about 8 reps. Remember we discussed it before, that 8 to 12 is what we shoot for, right? Anything after 12, we have to start increasing weight, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's try again. Okay, good. Okay, remember, it's just nice and controlled. You don't need to go too fast, okay? 1, 2, 3. Remember your breathing, please. 4, good. 5. You're a little too flared up. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And relax. Okay. If you'd like, you give me the weights and I'll go get you ones a little more. How you feeling?
Good.
Are you sore at all?
No.
Okay. So these are 10s. Now another reason that's good to have the dumbbells is that a lot of people can lift differently in each arm. There are imbalances. So some person might be, for example, your right arm might be dominant to your left arm. So your right arm will be stronger than your left, right? So sometimes when these guys use these long bars, you'll see them in the gym and they're going to lift, and you can see one side's higher than the other, and they're like crooked. So the good thing about the dumbbells is that you get to adjust that, because you don't advance until both arms are exactly the same, both strength, right? And if you're alone and you want to push yourself to lift even heavier, with a bar, it's a lot more dangerous, because if you don't have these protectors on the end, they could fall on you. If you can't lift it, you're stuck, right? With the dumbbells, you can just drop. You can put them next to you and drop them. You don't have to, if you're in an emergency, right? That's the other good thing about using the dumbbells. Okay, so we're going to start. Actually, you grab them. Want to grab them? I'm not always going to be around you, so good. Down. Don't forget your breathing, because you like to forget breathing. 1, 2. Good. 3. Good speed. 4. 5. 6. This one a little more. 7. A little too low. Don't drop them too quick. 8. 9. And 10. Good. Good job. Look at you. You get up. It gets a little harder with the getting up when you have too much weight. Because it's almost like doing a sit-up, right? So if your core muscles aren't strong enough. You feeling okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. We're gonna go one more higher. We're gonna go to 15. This should be your limit. Should be. We'll see. Give you a few seconds here to recuperate. So it's important to breathe because remember what I've told you is that when you're exercising, your muscles are working and they require more oxygen. Right? So when you're playing hockey and stuff like that, this is why you start having to breathe a lot quicker because your muscles are starving for oxygen. They need it to work. So that's why it's important that when you're doing any sort of exercise that you breathe when you're doing the motion. Because you're feeding your muscles, therefore they can work better for you. If you don't give them what they need, if you're not feeding them, they're gonna get tired and fatigued a lot faster. Right? So you're basically feeding, it's like giving them food, fuel to keep going. Right? And I know you try to breathe through your nose, but it's important to try to breathe. You can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. But sometimes it's just better just to breathe both out through your mouth. I find anyways. Whatever you feel comfortable with, but you gotta make sure you're breathing. Okay? Okay. Okay, we'll grab them again. Good. Back. Now remember, careful because this one's a little heavier, okay? You let me know how you're feeling. If you can't do it, just say, hey, I'm getting tired, but I should be able to help you. Okay, let's go. Remember, control, not too quick. Don't drop them too fast. And don't lower your elbows too far down either. Because if you lower them too far down, you're not in a proper position of your shoulders. Good. 3, 4, good. 5, good. Good, breathe. 6, 7, 8, getting a little wobbly. It's okay. 9, can you do it? Good. Right on. Good job. How was that? That one looked a little more tricky. Yeah?
A little bit.
A little bit more wobbly, right? That's okay. That's okay. You did really good. Awesome job. Okay, I'm gonna let you rest for a little bit again, and we're gonna attempt the 20s. You think you can do it? We'll find out. You know what? I'll spot you though, so it's okay. I'll spot you. I'll always help you out. If you were by yourself, I'd say, you know what? Continue with the 15s until you get to. If you were on your own, I'd say continue with the 15s and then push yourself to do 12 instead of the 8 or 10. Sorry. If you were on your own, but since I'm here, we can push a little further because I could spot you and guide you, right? So you can use me while I'm here. And then when you're on your own, you can be a little more cautious. Let's give it a few more seconds. Did you want some water? You sure? You okay?
Yeah.
So how's the wife? How are the kids? Just kidding. You ready? Okay. Remember, controlled and carefully. Don't drop them too quick. Concentrate on what you're lifting. This one's a little too in. It's a little more out. So 1, 2. That's good. It's okay. I got you. 3, 4, 5. A little lower. You're stopping too close. 5, 6, 7. One more, bud. One more. Give it all. One more. There you go. Good job. Watch it, Noah. Drop it on your head. There you go. Good job. Really good job. Okay, and now we're gonna give it a rest, and then I will show you a different way where we could use different things. We have bands we could use. Oops. We could use bands. We could use wire. We could use many different things. We could you could do a wall push-up as well. But I'll show you different ways we could do things. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you different ways that we can do the bench press. Now, for this one, for the client that I just showed, he also was on a previous video where we attempted to do a push-up on the floor that would simulate the same idea, but he couldn't do the push-up from the floor. So for him, what I would recommend is doing a wall push-up, which takes some of the weight off. So basically what it is that you go against the wall, you're a little slanted to give yourself some resistance, and you basically just go the same motion. Arms the same way. 40 it's the same type of exercise, doing a wall push-up as a dumbbell bench press or a regular bench press. The other thing you can do is if you have a band, I'm just gonna switch over here. You can stay there. We have a band. Now we're gonna pretend this isn't very stable, but if you wrap the band around and you have the hand part, you can also do the same idea. So now we're gonna pretend there's resistance, and you go up and back, down and back. You do the cable machine as well. That's another way that you could also do the bench press. Same type of motion. Now, the Fiat principles is frequency, intensity, time, and type. Right? So for the client, that's what they should need to remember is the FIT principle. Frequency is how many times you do the exercise. Now for strength training, you try to do, for example, say we're doing the chest today, we wouldn't do chest for another 2 days. So at least 8 hours of rest in between. Intensity, again, it varies on what you're doing. For intensity, for resistance training, you want to make sure that you're controlling the exercise. Now, if you're doing cardio, and it's going to change. You know, you got to go in your parameters. If you're the 50%, 60, 80% of your VO2 max, right? So that's for intensity. So for intensity, for resistance training is have a controlled workout, not too fast, but not too slow. For time, it all depends on your. It all depends on the workout, and how much time you have. Like, to give you an example, if you could have a full body workout, it could take hours, right? It depending on what your schedule is like. Or, for example, for myself, my preference is I try to work one body part a day. I work it hard. For example, bench press, I hit it at every angle possible, and just a bench press alone could take me up to an hour, right? So it all depends on what the client is trying to achieve. Type, like we just showed right now, it could be a dumbbell, it could be barbell, it could be body weight, anything that is resistance. Anything that has resistance would be the type for strength exercises, right? Depending on what you're doing, if it's legs, whatever it is, anything that holds resistance. And I believe I covered everything in the video so far, I believe. That is my assignment, and thank you.